Well, Henry Tillman at 10-0 with 7 knockouts, and 20-year-old Bert Cooper 11-1 with 10 KOs. Interestingly, Gil, both these fighters started late in terms of a boxing career. Bert Cooper had only 10 amateur fights, and he has been sparkling as a professional, losing only once to Reggie Gross, and that was when he got hit directly in the eye in the 8th round, a fight that he was way ahead on the scorecards but couldn't continue, and that's his only loss. Tillman, everybody knows his story. He started at age 20, is now 25 years old, and going on to win the Olympic gold medal, which was an unbelievable triumph for his lack of experience as an amateur.
Another great heavyweight that started late in life was Rocky Marciano.
Tillman in the gray trunks and Cooper in black, and we expect the quick start by Cooper, and there he comes out with that Joe Frazier-style left hook. Referee Steve Smoger from New Jersey, judging by 3 judges at ringside. They are Tom Kazmarek and Richard Murray from New Jersey and Paul Smith from Las Vegas.
Tim, if you really want to use your imagination, you can imagine that you're watching Muhammad Ali against Smokin Joe Frazier.
That's right, Gil. Certainly stylistically, that is a very similar matchup. And who knows, maybe both of these young men will achieve that eminence very early in their careers, to predict.
Cooper really is smoking, I'll tell you that.
Sparring with Rodney Frazier and Marvis Frazier, preparing for this fight. Marvis Joe's son and Rodney his nephew.
Cooper does take chances, Tim. He comes in, a lot of times he leaves himself wide open. Tillman is a sharp puncher. He's not the puncher that Cooper is, but if he can hit Cooper on the chin when he's coming, anything can happen.
Well, we saw a first-round knockout by Tillman against Bash Ali. It was a big surprise to everybody. He was well thought of with an opportunity to win the NABF title from Bash Ali, but I don't think anybody expected a first-round knockout.
Tillman is using a short uppercut inside that's very, very effective.
Well, if Bert Cooper needed any further incentive, apart from the title here, the North American Cruiserweight crown, his entire family, I think all but one, are in attendance. He comes from a family of 11 children.
Big right hand and left hook by Cooper.
All but one of the Coopers are here as we go under a minute in the first round.
Tim, he stunned Henry Tillman with that right hand left hook. Henry knows he's in a fight right now.
Just finally decided to hang on against that onslaught of Cooper. It didn't really land as he chased him around the ring, but obviously Tillman a little more cautious here. Doesn't want to give him that free swinging room. Another left landed by Cooper.
Henry seems confused. He was looking at the referee. I don't know why. He better look at Cooper. Never mind the referee.
I think he was looking for the referee to get out of his path. He wanted to circle in that direction. He wants to keep moving against this attack of Cooper's. Comes right at you. Final seconds, round 1. Round number 2. And again, the quick start by Cooper. But Tillman now with Cooper on the ropes. And they're toe-to-toe. Down goes Tillman.
And he's hurt, Tim. He's hurt. His eyes are glassy.
Tillman in difficulty here as he was the man throwing the punches, and then suddenly one counter punch sent him flying.
Well, I told you that Bert Cooper is that kind of a puncher. Now, Mercer Smith told Tillman to go out and jab and box. He said, and relax.
Tillman in difficulty, another right hand. And another sends him down again.
He's glassy-eyed, Tim, and there's a lot of time to go in this round.
Three knockdowns in a round ends the fight under the NABF rules, so he's been down twice. In big difficulty, the unbeaten Olympic champion, Bert Cooper.
Still trying to pressure him. Still on rubbery legs, Tim. One good shot will do it.
Tillman throwing punches back, trying to survive, trying to keep Cooper off him. Another left landed.
He has to hold Tim, and he has to move to his right. Get away from that left hook.
He lands a right hand of his own to the ear of Cooper, but he didn't move him.
He has
shot by Cooper.
Cooper is some bomber. Got nailed himself, Tim. Cooper got
a left and a right by Tillman, but he can't move Cooper backward.
And Cooper's getting a little tired.
A left landed by Cooper again. It does look arm weary.
If Tillman can survive this round, we could see a big turnaround, but he has to survive this round.
Coming to the 1 minute mark remaining. A long way to go in round number 2. Bombs being thrown. Another right landed by Tillman and a left. Tillman a short right by Cooper.
Tim, he has to hold. He has to survive the round.
Another right landed by Tillman. That one shook Cooper. Maybe he should hold, but he's pretty effective throwing punches at the moment.
Tim, he's in such a precarious position. One shot and the fight's over.
I think he's kind of regained some composure and a little bit underneath him now. I think he can see that Cooper's a little arm weary. Cooper can't get his arms up now. Under 30 seconds to go. What a round. Tillman forcing the issue. A short right to the face of Cooper. And an uppercut.
There's that short uppercut inside that was so effective in the first round.
A hook by Cooper, a little wide, landed on the back of the head. A straight right hand by Tillman.
And another right hand.
Final seconds of round 2. What a round. Cooper finishes with a left and a right. And Tillman down right survives as Joe Frazier lifts up Cooper back to his stool. And there's Henry Tillman, down twice in round number 2. Somehow got through it and indeed finished stronger than Cooper at the end.
Tim, one of the things you have to understand that Cooper is only a 20-year-old kid, and a 20-year-old should not have the stamina of an older, more mature fighter. That could work in Henry Tillman's favor. Here comes the knockdowns now. Let's watch. Tillman is winging away against the bomber, something he shouldn't have done.
That's exactly right. Here's the second knockdown. Of course, he's already still wobbly from that first one, that left hook that came as a counterpunch. And then you see Cooper just chasing him, caught him with a long right, and it looked more like those wobbly legs from the first knockdown with the reason he fell down the second time. Now watch here, with under 30 seconds to go in the round, Tillman, who would have appeared to be in desperate straits, battling back and putting pressure on an arm-weary Cooper. All right, back live, round 3. Scheduled for 12. A short right by Cooper and a right back by Tillman. Another left by the champion, Tillman. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy live from the Trump Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, and we've got some kind of a battle here at 195 pounds for the North American Cruiserweight title.
And the thing is, Tillman is so much a better boxer than Cooper. I don't know why he just doesn't try to score points for a while. Let this kid wind down a little bit. He's standing right in front of him.
Well, you pointed out Mercer Smith, his trainer, told him to do just that at the beginning of round 2, but he wound up in that slugfest along the rope.
Sneaky puncher, too, Cooper. That was a sneaky right hand. If that landed, he would have caught Tillman coming in.
Yes, Tillman just picked it up. Early in round 3. 20-year-old Bert Cooper. 20 on January 10th of this year.
Tim, these guys don't win these Olympic gold medals without having any heart. Tillman sure showed plenty of heart in that second round. He showed that he was an Olympic champion, coming back the way he did.
Cooper continues to wing here in the third round. Tillman from Los Angeles. Cooper from Sharon Hills, Pennsylvania, now living in Philadelphia, where he's trained by Joe Frazier and Val Colbert.
In Tillman's first pro fight, he was on the deck, Tim, almost immediately, and he got up and he won. So yeah, he does have the experience of getting off the floor and winning.
His last outing, a first-round knockout of Bash Ali, a much more experienced fighter to win this NABF title. In Cooper's last outing, a 10th-round knockout over Oscar Holman.
Cooper hurt Tillman again, Tim, with a right hand to the body. Good right hand to the body.
Tillman has definitely not been able to dance and move and do what he would like to be doing against this style. And Cooper wobbles him again.
Tillman is not using his legs. He's not using his lateral movement.
Short punches inside by Cooper now. To the 30-second mark we go. These two young cruiserweights, both headed for the heavyweight ranks. Short right by Cooper.
Almost knocked Tillman's mouthpiece out, Tim. He is super strong, Cooper. Can hurt you with any kind of a punch.
Final seconds of round number 3, scheduled for 12, the championship distance. NABF Cruiserweight Championship at 195 pounds. Cooper had a little trouble making the weight. I talked to him earlier in the week. He acknowledged he was a couple of pounds over, but he came in at 194. Tillman at 194 1/4.
Well, that could also affect Cooper's stamina later in the fight, Tim. Anytime a guy has to take off weight in a hurry, it can affect him. Now, again, Mercer Smith told Tillman to use that jab and move.
He lands a combination here, and Cooper just stays right there with it. But Tillman pouring it on in the Cooper corner.
But that's when Cooper is most dangerous, Tim.
Cooper comes out of there like nothing bothered him at all.
Well, that's the way they spar in the Philadelphia gyms every day. This is normal for Cooper.
Back out in the center of the ring. Tillman now looking to jab and find openings, but still not moving in the way you've described. Should be what he should be up to out there.
Joe Frazier told Cooper, he said, hit him with a few light punches, lull him to sleep, he says, and then hit him with the big shot. Just tap him a few times, but I don't think Cooper knows how to tap.
Both boxers showing the strain of this pace.
Tillman is fighting. Cooper's fighting. And Cooper seems to be enjoying himself. He laughs when he gets hit.
Happy warrior. Unable to throw as many punches together as he was in the first couple of rounds, however. It looks like he's looking to load up and land the one big one now. Under a minute to go. Round number 4.
Of course, Henry Tillman has something to do with that. He's a little more aware of Cooper's punching power. He's smothering Cooper's punches a lot now, Tim.
Tillman just caught a glove or a thumb in the eye, left eye, and that's bothering him a little bit. A short chopping right, that hurt him.
And he's hurt again, Tim. But Tim, you mentioned that thumb. That's worse than getting hit with 3 punches, getting a thumb.
Well, I don't know whether it was a thumb or a glove, but it did land right in the eye, and it bothered him.
Well, that's the one fight that Cooper lost. That's the way he lost it.
That's what happened to him, yes, indeed, against Reggie Gross. There's a right hand by Tillman, another right hand.
But, Tim, they do not have the power of Cooper's punches.
No, they do not. A left hook, that one finally hurt him. That backed him up. A right uppercut by Tillman, another right.
Boy, is Henry letting everything hang out, Tim.
Final seconds of the 4th round. Finally was able to move Cooper. And another right hand. Tim Ryan and Joe Clancy were in the middle of a cruiserweight war here in Atlantic City, round 5. Watching Henry Tillman on the left of your screen, the North American champion, and Bert Cooper in the black trunks. Tim, 2 knockdowns in round number 2. Tillman has survived and came back in round 4.
And Tim, Bert Cooper did not come out smoking this round. He came out with a lot more respect for Henry Tillman, and he got nailed with a good right hand in.
Well, finally, Tillman was able to move Cooper back. He had landed a lot of punches. Didn't seem to have any effect, but right near the end of round 4, he wobbled Cooper.
Tim, he hit him with enough punches. He should have wobbled him. He hit him a lot of clean punches right on the chin.
Now they go toe-to-toe, and there's a big right hand by Tillman. And another.
Tim, they're arm punches. They make a lot of noise, but they're not that effective.
Well, the result being Cooper still on his feet and punching back. Out comes the mouthpiece.
There goes the mouthpiece.
Now he's in trouble.
Now he's in trouble.
Tillman banging away with 3 shots here, but Cooper won't go down. Tillman pouring it on here in round 5. Cooper finally gets a punch back. Not much on it.
And Tillman is trying to put every ounce of weight that he has behind every punch, Tim. But he just isn't the big puncher. He has to do it with a lot of punches. Punches and punches.
Champion scoring at will here now. He'll probably get arm weary.
He had better not get arm weary, Tim.
Cooper, for the the combination back. We are lacking in defense here for sure. And there's Cooper unloading the right hand. And then a bang to the body.
Low, Tim. South of the border. What a heavyweight fight, Tim.
Unbelievable.
I think I've seen more punches landed in these 5 rounds than I have in my last 3 heavyweight fights.
Cooper just taking those shots, and I grant you that they're not the big solid shots like he throws, but nonetheless, he's taking some kind of punishment and just refuses to wilt.
He's dead tired now, though, Tim. As I say, he's only a youngster. He just turned 20 years of age. Doesn't figure to have full stamina as yet.
Only 10 amateur fights behind him. He did win the Pennsylvania Golden Glove. Went to the Nationals where he lost in the second round back in 1984. But relatively inexperienced as an amateur and a pro. Gotta definitely respect him as a prospect, regardless of the outcome of this fight. Final seconds of round number 5. Bert Cooper just will not go down. A good rally by Henry Tillman.
And Tim, he laughed at Tillman.
Round number 6, and these two guys showing the effects of the pace. Tillman on the left of your screen in gray trunks. Bert Cooper in the black trunks.
You're looking at 2 weary heavyweights, Tim. They've both taken heavy punishment. It's going to be, I think, a question now of experience.
You know, we have referred to them as heavyweights. Gil, I don't think there's much doubt that Henry Tillman can carry more weight than he has now at 195, the cruiserweight limit. And probably with his height will be comfortable as he grows into his body at probably 215, I would think, eventually, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, Tim. Both of these guys are legitimate heavyweight contenders. We said we needed new young blood in the heavyweight division. Here are 2 of them right now. 2 exciting fighters.
Round number 6 scheduled for 12. Bert Cooper reminds me a little bit of Hagler in that obvious enjoyment of the combat that he has out there. He's tougher it gets, the more fun he's having in there. Smiling, and even though he must be feeling the effects, and it's been showing at his slower hand speed, fewer punches, there he is still grinning.
Tim, right now, this is a good round for Cooper, even if Tillman manages to win the round, because Cooper's able to take a little rest now.
Maybe Tillman doing the same.
Well, yes, but I think Cooper's a little more tired than Henry Tillman. Tillman was tired at the end of the last round, but Cooper was really tired. And you have to remember, on points, Cooper is pretty much ahead, Tim. He had a big 3-point round, in my opinion, in the second round. It's a lot for Henry Tillman to overcome if it did go to a decision.
Well, that's a good point. This round, the first one in which there hasn't been slam-bang action, and for the obvious reasons we've been discussing. Had 5 furious rounds. 2 knockdowns by Cooper in round number 2. Tillman surviving it, and a good round in round number 4.
You know, it's a funny thing, another thing about Cooper that reminds me of Joe Frazier. I used to be around the gyms a lot of times when Joe would be training, and they told him to take it easy on another fighter. He couldn't do it. The other fighter would kill him. He only had 1 gear, and that was high gear. And I think that's the kind of fighter that Bert Cooper is. Although Tillman is leaving him alone this round, letting him get his breath.
To the 30-second mark, we go on round number 6.
Round is up for grabs right now, Tim. It's up for either guy, and it could be an important round.
Tillman has probably been the busier of the 2 over the round, but neither fighter really landed any of the damaging blows we've been watching. There's the first one by Cooper. Round number 7. Bert Cooper, the challenger. Henry Tillman, the NABF Cruiserweight champion, in the gray trunks. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching the action, and it has been action-packed until that last round when finally the pace slowed.
Well, Tim, I think they both took a breather last round. I'm looking for some fireworks again this round. Cooper was taunting Tillman at the bell at the end of the last round.
He also taunted him with the only real tough shot of the round, too, the short right hand. Referee Steve Smokin doing a good job in there in this exciting fight. And out of the picture most of the time, letting these guys work.
Well, Tim, that's a sign of a good referee. When you said, what referee? Where is he? That means he's a good referee. Cooper is really loading up now, Tim. You know, Cooper just had a good, tough 10-round fight with Oscar Holman. He knocked Holman out in the 10th round. That could be a good prep for a fight like this. He went to 10 in a tough fight.
That was on April 18th. Tillman's last fight, just a few days later on the 22nd of April, his first round knockout of Ali. So he didn't have too much of a workout to everyone's surprise. Domination landed by the champion, but not a lot on it. You hear the occasional chants of Coop, 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 Coop coming from the partisan fans from the Philadelphia area, and no doubt from his family, about a dozen of his immediate family and other relatives here.
Now, there's the guy that's supposed to be the slugger. He's out jabbing Tillman this round, scoring points.
Under a minute to go, round number 7.
Almost slaps, Tim. They are arm punches. You can punch faster when you're only punching, when you're only arm punching, but they just don't have that much of an effect.
Under the 30-second mark.
Good left hook by Tillman. And Cooper smiles.
Cooper has not been able to get close enough to do any damage to Tillman in this round, even though Tillman... Round number 8 from Atlantic City, the Cruiserweight Championship of North America. Henry Tillman in gray, Bert Cooper in black.
Mercer Smith just hit Henry Tillman with two left-hand slaps him. They would have staggered you if he hit you, I'll tell you that. And he told Henry that he has to back Cooper up, which is really good advice. If you can back up a guy like Cooper, you can win a fight. It's not an easy thing to do, but Cooper can only fight one way, and that's going forward.
Jabbing more effectively in the early portion of this 8th round, the champion Tillman. Right hand lead scored.
Jabbing to the head, and he snaps it out there pretty quickly.
2 good jabs back from Tillman.
They banged heads, Tim. I hope neither fighter is cut.
That could have been real dangerous. They both arrived at the same point at the same time. Now Cooper backing up Tillman. Tillman on the move. No question the early pace, grueling, hard punches by both fighters. You're not going to see any more of that the rest of the way. It'll be 1 or 2 big bombs, but not that sustained pace. There's a solid right hand.
But it's an amazing how there are times when your adrenaline gets up, you don't think you can do it anymore, and all of a sudden, bang, you get that energy flow. I've seen fighters who look like they can't throw another punch. All of a sudden, the other guy gets a cut eye, and they have a new surge of energy. A lot of this is psychological.
There's a good exchange by both fighters. Bert Cooper has lost only once in 12 bouts. Henry Tillman 10-0.
There was an occasion where Tillman was able to move Cooper back.
2 short right hands
and a
by
left
Cooper.
hook and another right hand.
Tillman Tillman dropping his left hand and opening himself to those left hooks, or the right hand rather, from Cooper. Final seconds, round 8. Round number 9, scheduled for 12, remember, the championship distance for the NABF. A close fight as we see it. The edge probably going to Cooper because of the 2 knockdowns in round number 2. Tillman has had the better of it as we have scored it over the last several rounds, going back to round 4. But a couple were very close, and the judges could well have scored them for Cooper. So we would say the fight's in the balance.
I would say so, Tim. Cooper slightly ahead. Mercer Smith and Tillman's going to use a little psychology. Now it's going to be, who's the better man? Are you the better man?
Round 9. Tim Ryan and Joe Clancy live on CBS Sports Sunday. A game and exciting cruiserweights. Bert Cooper and Henry Tillman.
Cooper's jab is very, very effective. Snaps Henry's head back when he lands it.
He used to be a bodybuilder in high school. Bert Cooper was also a fullback, and he looks like he was both.
He sure does.
Gave up the bodybuilding when he started to box.
Another punch south of the border, Tim. The referee was backwards so he didn't see the punch.
Score at will here if he were busier, and I'm just not sure he's got the energy left to be busy.
That's right, Tim. It seems that he's more tired than he thought he was earlier. He's afraid to let it all hang out because if he ever did get really tired with this guy, he'd be in real bad trouble. He's just looking to steal the rounds and win the fight.
Cooper right there in front of him.
Cooper, if he wants to ensure a win, he's going to have to hitch up those trunks and really win it and do a little bit more winging the way he did earlier in the fight.
To go in the 9th round. Combination by Tillman.
Well, as I say, he's win these rounds, just edge them out, put the round in the bank.
Good combination again, and one counter punch back that scored. Under 30 seconds we go. That got Tillman's attention again.
That took right hand, Tim. Good combination.
Coming to the end of round number 9. Round number 10, live from Atlantic City. Bert Cooper in black. Henry Tillman, the North American champion, in gray. His hands full with the challenge of young Bert Cooper. Good solid left by Cooper, but Tillman picks up the pace. Now Cooper backs up the champion again.
Well, Tim, his punches are much more effective than Henry Tillman's. They both landed good combinations, but Tillman was hurt and Cooper was not hurt. That's why he's able to pursue him.
Tillman to the ear of the challenger.
Dangerous territory for Henry Tillman.
Cooper content to lie on the ropes there, but he's counter-punching well. Gets over the left hand of Tillman in those close exchanges, Gil.
Yes, he does. Well, Joe Frazier was a great infighter, Tim, and some of it is rubbed off on Bert Cooper. Remember, this kid is only 20 years of age, Tim, doesn't have that much experience. He's a great prospect if they don't rush him. Tillman looks very, very weary. No snap on his punches at all right now.
career, and the same could be said for Cooper.
No question about it, Tim. Have a title at stake, and both guys are going for it.
Under a minute remaining. We're in round number 10, scheduled for 12, remember. NABF Championship distance.
Cooper looks like he got a surge of energy. Then he just went back flat-footed again.
Right hand by Cooper.
Set it up with the left hook to the body, a little lower than the body.
And the punches of Cooper in the latter seconds of round number 10. 11 on CBS Sports Sunday, and these final two rounds, the way we view it, will probably decide this title fight. The champion, Henry Tillman, in some difficulty for sure, against young Bert Cooper. Both of them young, although age-wise, Henry Tillman 25, Cooper just 20. Each has had less than a dozen fights.
Tim, in my view, Tillman is going to have to win these two rounds cleanly to win the fight. Now, Mercer Smith told him to go to the mountaintop.
His first title defense, he won it from Bash Ali on April 22nd with a first-round knockout.
That's probably one of the worst things that could have happened to him. Would have been better if he got 8 or 9 rounds under his belt. Just got nailed with a good right hand and shook up pretty good.
With a good, sharp right hand by Cooper.
That's the difference, Tim. Tillman has no snap in his punches at all, and Cooper gets your attention every time he hits you.
Cooper with 10 KOs in his 11 victories. Tillman with 7 in his 10.
Oh, big right hand by Cooper.
Cooper putting the pressure on. I think he sensed he had Tillman hurt. Tillman looked to his corner.
Nothing left, nothing to hurt Cooper with it all.
Solid left. That bobbled Tillman with the left hook and then the right behind it, but the left hook really did the damage.
And remember, we said how tired Cooper was before, and you get that adrenaline flowing back when you know you've got the guy hurt. You don't think you can do it, and there, all of a sudden, here comes the energy.
Another right hand by Cooper. Get some sneaky leads in. Tillman trying to get those legs under him, but how much is there, we'll be watching closely. He's on the retreat for sure.
Timmy's on rubbery legs. Looks like he has no knees.
Cooper just following him around. Cooper used up a little of that newfound energy and those solid exchanges he scored earlier.
Now, he's all right, Tim.
Under the 30-second mark, we go in round 11.
There's that quick, sneaky left hook by Cooper.
Good counter punch by Tillman. Two right hands by the champion. Final seconds. Round number 11. Yeah, cruiserweight fight. Referee Steve Smoger brings these two combatants to the center of the ring. The knockdowns were scored by Bert Cooper, the challenger, in round 2.
Tim, I don't think Henry can win this fight now unless he scores at least a 2-point round. He's going to have to completely dominate this round, and I don't know if he has the energy to do it. He's in with a guy that can hurt you if he's off balance, falling down, or whatever else.
And a discouraging kind of fighter. You land a lot of punches on him, and he just grins back at you. He's not been off his feet. He's not been knocked down as a professional. His only loss, as we told you, to Reggie Gross when he was hit in the eye in the 8th round and was unable to continue. Scored as a knockout by Reggie Gross. But Cooper had the fight won on the card.
sure Joe Frazier told Bert Cooper, looks like you have the fight won. You don't have to go out. You don't have to smoke. Not early in the round anyhow. He's actually out jabbing Henry Tillman right now, Tim.
Will be done by two judges from New Jersey, Tom Kaczmarek and Richard Murray, and Paul Smith from Las Vegas on the 10-point system.
Tillman still does not have his legs under him, Tim. Rubbery leg.
Got a right-hand lead into the ear of Cooper, but he just can't move it.
Nailed him with a good left hook, Tim.
Cooper.
There's that sneaky left hook. Looks like he's off balance, and bam! Very hard guy to fight.
Under a minute remaining in the fight. Good solid left by Tillman.
Well, the crowd senses that they're going to see a new champion. They're all chanting, "Coop, Coop."
Well, his territory just down the road from Atlantic City and Philadelphia. Under 30 seconds to go on the fight. A right-hand lead landed.
Big right hand by Cooper. And he throws them from the most awkward angles. You can't see the punches coming. He knows he hurt Henry again.
Coming to the end of this NABF Cruiserweight Championship fight. Quite a war from the opening bell, and it's all over. So Henry Tillman in some difficulties in the hands of the judges. We would figure Cooper as a new champion. Let's see if the judges agree. Joe Frazier looks like a happy man hugging his protege, Bert Cooper from Philadelphia. And we'll have the decision from Atlantic City and an interview with our winner when we return after these messages. Here now in Atlantic City and awaiting the decision as our ring announcer Michael Buffer will get the final tally from the NABF and New York Boxing Commission officials. There's Henry Tillman, a look of some concern on his face as you might expect, and Bert Cooper with Joe Frazier.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official scoring. Richard F. Murray scores about 114-113. Paul Smith has it 115-112, and Tommy Kaczmarek has it 115-113 for the winner. And new champion, Smokin Bert Cooper.
Well, the Philadelphia partisans are giving a well-deserved cheer to the new North American Cruiserweight champion. Give him over